Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Chinaza's Life. In today's video, I'm gonna kind of give you guys a rundown of my hair journey through the years and even up till now, and show you guys how I was able to achieve this hairstyle right here. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So when it comes to hair, for those who don't know my past, I was natural starting in 2011. So growing up, I always got like perms and I would always keep like my hair straight, and as a result, it was just very damaged, very dry, very crusty by the time that I was, how old am I in 2011? It's 2020 now. Y'all do the math. So basically by the time I was 14 years old and I basically would really only wear my hair like straight all the time, I decided that I was gonna go natural. And since then I've been natural. I haven't gotten another relaxer since, but something major was that I big chopped in July of 2018. And basically this was huge for me because first of all, I had always wanted to cut my hair that short. However, just due to many different things versus not thinking that I had the right head shape, or not knowing how comfortable I'd be with it, or, you know, just being hesitant because literally chopping your whole hair off, like that's pretty OD. Because my main reasoning was because, again, like I wanted to switch things up. I usually always did like the same hairstyles, so that was either like slicking back my hair or putting in like twists, like Marley twists, and that was kind of about it. As far as like wigs, I've never really been like a wig person. I used to do like half wigs like back in high school. In college, I did have a few like beauty supply wigs, but I always felt as though I didn't feel like myself when I was wearing those hairstyles. So that's why I stuck to what I felt like myself in, which at that time was Marley twists or just gelling my hair or like putting a puff up. But the whole point of me saying all this is that I big chopped in July of 2018 and I had fun with all the different hairstyles that I had, whether that was with the blonde or just getting different haircuts or just experimenting with my hair with like the curl sponge and all that. And then unfortunately in September of 2019, I was experimenting and took things a little too far and tried to give myself a haircut. As a result, I literally had to go bald and start all over. My hair was growing and I want my hair to be at a certain point where I'm able to attach things to it, or I'm able to do hairstyles in between that stage of not wanting to get a haircut and not wanting to fully grow it back that like look nice. So that's kind of where I'm stuck at now, except for I'm more so open to having it actually be longer. And I was actually shook the other day when I tried out a hairstyle and it ended up coming out like really, really good. I was just like, wait a minute, like what is happening? I think that this hairstyle is here to stay. And I'm also really excited because as you guys can see right now, obviously the sides are way shorter than this part, being that the haircut that I had in December, this was basically like no hair and then there was hair right here. So that was expected, obviously, but again, when it comes to growing my hair out, if I were to just wear my hair like this, like I personally just don't like how I look. Now other people could look nice with their hair just like this. My main thing was that I just didn't like how I looked. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna be on this mission to like only wear head wraps and da-da-da. But then one day I was like, you know what, girl, like no, there's people with TWAs, which is teeny weeny afro, for those of you who don't know what that means. There's girls out here with TWAs that, you know, doing all these little bomb hairstyles. You should try something too. So I think I just tried a hairstyle without even like knowing what I was doing, only to find out later that it was called finger coils. So basically that is what I'm going to be doing today, showing you guys now that I've done it like 2 or 3 times. I think I've perfected the hairstyle to a certain extent though, because I'm not gonna lie, I am kind of lazy when it comes to doing the back of the hair, because basically my main thing is that I always want it to be like perfect in the front, because like obviously that's what you guys are seeing when I'm filming. But then I be thinking, I'm like, I'm not really leaving the house to go nowhere. Do I really have to do the back? So that is all dependent today. We may or may not do the back. It depends on how I'm feeling. Because again, I'm thinking like, I'm gonna sleep on that part the most. It's just gonna get flat. So from what you guys will be able to see, don't judge me if I don't end up finishing the back. I think that it just means, you know, I'm being eco-friendly, I'm saving some product. So just as a disclaimer for anyone looking to do a hairstyle similar to this, my hair is 4C hair. And also I washed my hair, conditioned, detangled, all of that. So I won't have to do too much manipulation aside from just, you know, like using the products that I want to use and then doing the finger coils. So I'll just show you guys the products that I am using today. I'm using 4 main products. And again, like my scalp is already oiled, so we're good on that. So don't worry, we got all the moisture. This is already a leave-in conditioner in my hair as well. So the first product that I'll be using today, good old water. Of course, water is just gonna be used to give some moisture into my hair before applying in the next product, which is some Garnier Fructis leave-in conditioner. I actually like the yellow one better, but I'm a big believer in finish the products that you already have and then go buy something else. This works really well for what I need it to do. And again, this is already what's inside of my hair right now, so I'm not gonna use too much because I noticed that it does leave my hair kind of white. So again, I'm just gonna use this sparingly, but again, this is just after I spray some water. I want to apply this just to kind of give my hair that lock-in nourishment, since I will be using gel afterwards. So speaking of gel, y'all know good old Eco Styler is what I'll be using today, and the green one is the one that I will ride for forever. And then something that I did the last time that I didn't do the first time was adding in another gel on top of the Eco Styler after the Eco Styler kind of dries, which is this Gorilla Glue. And again, I'm only using this more so for the front pieces that are gonna be like super defined. I'm not doing that all in the back. But basically this works really well just to give the curls an extra like tight hold. So instead of them looking wet, they're gonna look like nice and like defined without looking like super like crunchy. The only thing that I did notice was that after like, let's say 3 days-ish, I put this on my edges and my edges were kind of starting to like develop that buildup of product. So guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get started, and I'll do the first few ones for you guys, kind of like talking through it, and then I'll probably fast forward through because this is probably gonna take a minute and I don't think y'all wanna hear me talk for that long. Y'all probably just wanna see like the process, but like kind of sped up. But anyways, let's go ahead and do the first few ones and see how they come out, and then you know, we'll get to the end of this video. So like I said, my hair has already been washed, conditioned, all of that. I even extra wet it today in the shower. But what I am gonna do is just like part off some pieces first to work with, and then kind of show you guys the method that I use to do my finger coils. I'm already knowing this is about to take mad long. This is the beginning. So like I said, guys, these front pieces are what kind of need to be defined the most. So I'm gonna go ahead and, you know, make some partings. Oh my gosh, this is the wrong type of comb to use. So now that I have this front piece right here, if you guys can see, look at the length. I remember I used to take pictures like that all the time and like drag my hair down. It used to like reach my nose or like my chin, guys, like the longest piece of hair from the front. So anyways, as you guys can see, I have parted that right there. And I do think this is kind of big for just one piece, especially for the front when I want it to be more defined. So I am gonna break this into 2 pieces. So now that I have these 2 pieces of hair, the first thing that I'm gonna do is get that good old spray bottle to use and just spray like so. And you'll notice that once you even spray it with water, like it starts to coil up rather, which is great. So now I'm literally gonna use like a dot because I do not want any white buildup. A dot of that leave-in conditioner and just kind of run it through, kind of in the same motion that I would do the finger coils, so you guys can see how I do that. So I kind of finger coil with the moisturizer first, so that when I'm putting the gel, it's already easy because it's already defined. But now I'm gonna go ahead and go in with the Eco Styler. And also, FYI, I don't use the Gorilla Glue until the absolute end, so that's giving the Eco Styler the maximum amount of time to dry, which I've found has definitely helped. So I'm gonna take some Eco Styler now and start down at the root. And the coil, it's just kind of like, this is kind of what I do to my hair on the regular. It's funny because I'm always like doing this, except for I do it with no product, which is obviously problematic. But you're just gonna literally like twirl your fingers to coil it. And that, friends, is how we get that little finger coil. Hey! So yeah, like I said, guys, I'm gonna keep on going, probably in hyperlapse mode. If I do have anything to say, obviously I'll poke back in, but let's go ahead and finish these finger coils. Y'all, my arms are already hurting from how much how long I'm gonna anticipate this to take. Oh, also guys, I also want to try and do like Marley hair, or Marley twist rather, or some type of twist. Whatever twist works. I don't care if it's skinny, if it's big. Probably skinny will work better, but I'm gonna order some hair sometime in the coming weeks and try to see if my hair is long enough in all spots for some Marley twists. Can you guys see my little coils coming to life? I'm so proud. So kind of the front part is done-ish. As you guys can see, there is kind of still that white buildup. My thinking is that it's already from the pre-existing leave-in conditioner that's in my head. So I'm gonna use it even more sparingly now, or kind of not at all, depending on if it keeps on happening. This is a better comb to use. This side right here is kind of giving me trouble as far as the front part. So I'm gonna go ahead and separate those and again, make it kind of more manageable by making the curl smaller. So I'm gonna part down here. Oh guys, as you can see, that little part came out kind of cute, okay? And guys, I know that a lot of people do use like clips when you're doing this hairstyle. So if you do already have those hair clips, make sure to, you know, use those. Obviously, it's gonna make things way neater and way easier, but if you don't have a clip like me, because I literally have like 0 actual hair products, you're gonna have to use like a comb or something just to make it easier on yourself. Obviously, like actual rat tail combs or combs that you can like legit insert in that hold your hair back would be better. Like so. So definitely these longer pieces are what you're gonna actually have to like coil just to give it a more defined curl, versus the skinny pieces, or versus the shorter pieces rather, that'll kind of do it on their own. What's crazy is when my hair was longer, I would have never thought that I was gonna do a hairstyle like this. My main issue with my natural hair was kind of that I was lazy with it. Again, I did those same like 2 or 3 hairstyles. But anytime that I did try something more adventurous, let's say like a twist out or whatever the case may be, I just never liked the result. And of course, I'm now learning that there's definitely some products that I could have used that would have given me the desired results that I wanted. For example, like Eco Styler, I never thought to use it in any other way than like laying my edges. But now I'm clearly seeing that it can curl and coil up my hair like this. So I would have loved to see what that looked like on my longer hair back in the day. And maybe we'll get there one day, who knows? So I'll let these ones in the middle dry while I move on to this side. So I think that's kind of how I do it. Do like right, middle, left, right, middle, left. You guys know that feeling of when you're like getting your hair braided at the salon and like you feel around to see how much you have left and then you realize that you're gonna be there for like 7 more hours? That's how I'm feeling right now, but all in good faith though. So far I do like love how it's coming out though, so I don't have too many complaints on that side. Obviously, this is just a more time consuming hairstyle, so. Y'all, I'm starting to get to that point where I can't see the parts, and this is usually where it starts to get messy. This is usually where it starts to get messy and I get lazy, but I'm trying to hold strong, but like I like to see the part. Guys, I'm almost to that point where you guys won't be able to tell if I did the back or not, which I'm not gonna hold you. It's looking we're not gonna do the back today because the front is just looking so nice. You know, why waste time on the back? So guys, it appears to be that I'm on the last section finally. So I'm just gonna go through and define those over again because I did do them before, but very sloppily. So now I'm just gonna go back and kind of recoil those pieces. Ta-da! Guys, we are finally finished and I did the back too. Right now it's drying, so it might look a little crazy, but despite it looking crazy, aren't you guys proud of me for like actually following through and finishing? I really 100% thought that there was no way I was ever gonna do the back But now that I have done it, I'm excited for how it's gonna look when it eventually does dry. And for right now, I actually didn't end up putting the Gorilla Glue on, just because I guess that I let the Eco Styler dry for a little bit longer this time. And I am noticing that it's drying pretty well, and it kind of looks like how it did when I had the Eco Styler in it. So I may or may not add that later on, but I feel like for right now, this is a pretty good representation of what the hairstyle will look like. Now, normally I would do my edges as well, but I think the way that I did my hair today, I kind of put all of my hair away. Maybe I'll try to pull out some edges so we can see what that looks like, because I feel like I'm looking at myself and I feel like something's missing. What is it? And then I'm like, oh, my edges. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my toothbrush, do my edges, but then after that, we're all set. Okay guys, so I'm back and I have my edge brush. So when it comes to edges, I usually just do a swoop hair. I have a widow's peak, and right now it's kind of covered by this hairstyle, thankfully. Otherwise, sometimes I do pull down some hair. I might right now, I'm not sure yet. And then usually I put edges like right here too. So we're gonna go ahead and see where these edges are gonna come from, because it looks like I kind of like took everything away. You know, we could have little edges. Oh y'all, these are some baby hairs. The babiest of them all, because we got literally little mini hairs. So now for this, I'll actually use the gel just because like it's literally lifting up as we speak. So I'll take literally just a tiny amount of gel, like so, and go ahead and put that on my edges. Okay everyone, so now with the addition of my mini edges, we finally have the completed look, and again, I am so super proud of myself for just following through until the end. So this is what the front looks like, and yes, it is kind of grayish right now, but the product is still drying. As you guys know, I did do the front first, so obviously the front is gonna be more dry. So here is a side view. Again, as you guys can see, I use the lazy method. I do want to get clips in the future to make this hairstyle more efficient, so that is something that I'm definitely considering. And then we have the back, and as you can see, these bottom pieces are definitely more organized and more coiled, and that is because I did section them off with a comb. And then as you can see, these pieces are kind of, I was just trying to get them out of the way, and they're still drying as well. Of course, we are in the house. If I was going somewhere and was going out, obviously I would do the back way more efficiently. But for purposes of this video, I think that I did a pretty decent job, especially with this front area. So yeah, guys, that brings me to the end of this video. Definitely let me know how you enjoyed this video. And also let me know what hairstyles you do, if you have a TWA aside from this one, or if you do it any differently, or if you have any tips on how I can improve this. I definitely do want to keep on trying out more different hairstyles with my hair, especially at this length, because you literally never know how you're gonna like surprise yourself, honestly, because again, like the fact that this hairstyle came out of just boredom and then turned into a whole video is like amazing and mind-blowing, because I am like the laziest person when it comes to hair. So shout out to me for this. That brings me to the end of this video. So thank you guys all so much for the support. I definitely appreciate it. If you are not subscribed to my channel already, please make sure to do so by hitting the subscribe button. And you can also turn on post notifications so that you know when I'm posting. And of course, if you guys have any video ideas that you'd like to see me do, definitely let me know down in the comment section below. If you're not following me on Instagram or on Twitter, as I'm way more active on there as well, especially in between my videos, make sure to follow me on those platforms. Thank you guys so much as always, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye guys!